So here we're looking at, we got a 2-minute chart and 1-minute chart. Let's go ahead and drop out to the daily real quick. We're floating just above the high of this daily BISI here. This blue shaded box is the daily BISI, and we're floating just above it right here. I like the idea of us using the 930 open to aggressively, maybe it'll run out some buy side first and then run down into this area, possibly presenting us with an opportunity to go long and aim for buy side. Or it could want to dig deeper and trade down into this daily BISI. But if it does not, then that one will be a breakaway gap, and price will come and take these highs and ultimately probably this high. I wouldn't be surprised to see price drop into here, but we'll just see how it acts in here. But as of right now, I really like the idea of price dropping down into that. We're not at 930 yet, so I'm just going to sit and wait and watch what happens. I'll probably go ahead and mute it, and we'll just sit and watch and see what price does. Let's put this sucker on 15-minute. There's a up close candle right here. Right there. On the 15-minute chart, we have buy side relative equal highs here. So I wouldn't be surprised to see 930 go push up, down. I'd like to see it create a swing low, take that swing low while creating fair value gap, 2022 model, and then drive price lower down into that area. Where my interest is down here. So there we just took those relative equal highs. That line is the open of that last up close candle. Here's a swing low. This is the 930. It might even want to snag some more. Yeah. See how quick that moved? You didn't even see it. There was literally no candle. It just bang, wicked up there. Alright, there's our swing low taken, and it's just running it down. It's just being pulled down here. Now let's just watch and see what it does. I think that this is going to be our Judas swing for today. If price is able to reach down into here and it shows the right kind of price action, I do believe that this is just to get people excited about going short, and they're going to start looking for all these lows to be hit. This is still a, if we close with a gap, that's still an opportunity. To me, that would be an opportunity to go short. Even that. This right here is a bearish order block. These two candles right there. Bang. And it hits it perfect. And look at that reaction off of it. There it is. Just like that. And there was one opportunity to enter. It would have been this bearish order block. I would have preferred to see the gap created before trading to the bearish order block, but sometimes it's in a hurry, and as you can see, it's in a hurry. It was in a hurry. But there's our 930 Judas swing, possibly. And then we'll just look for a 2022 model in the opposite direction, using the daily BISI as our key one. And liquidity is coming from that low, which is the high of the daily BISI. Now we just wait. Because remember, price could always want to reach down to that second BISI as well. Oh, the first one, technically. Technically, this is the second one. And the other one is the first one. The eyes are here just to show this is what we are watching. This area is what I wanted to see. This is where we're, like, this raises a flag. It's like, okay, what does price want to do once we get into here? And right, so far it's staying heavy. And we'll go ahead and, because it's such a large area, oops, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that so it's still watching price. We'll grab this box and we can put them somehow. Oh, middle line. There you go. That's what's up. So that is the consequent encroachment of the daily BISI. This dotted line right here. And then you can put your other levels in there as well. But for now, I'm just going to leave that. If it breaks down below here into this area, then I guess we can throw in the quadrant line. But as for now, we'll just see what price wants to do here. Ultimately, what I want to see, to be able to enter into a long position, because we've got over here, this is the 2-minute chart. We've got a lot of not taking highs. See what I'm saying? That's relative equal high. Those are low resistance liquidity runs. And then we just fell on our face. Where though? Inside this daily BISI. It wasn't just somewhere random. So what I would like to see is price create a high. I would like to see a 2022 model long. But if we don't get that, we don't trade it. So we just observe and speculate. I'm going to go ahead and throw on a quadrant level just to show it. So it looks like it might come into play. And that is just the halfway mark between the halfway mark and the low. That's the halfway mark between this halfway mark and this low of the daily BISI. So we come over here. And here's what we see. We have this much larger daily BISI here. And we have this small daily BISI. And I just want to see how price reacts at this level and this one if we do get to it. I'd prefer us to just do our dance here at the halfway mark, maybe come back above it, create a swing high, come back down, take some liquidity, whatever, go above the swing high, give us a fair value gap entry or an order block entry long, and we could sit on that for some buy side. ultimately we have to just wait. No rushing anything. There's rules for a reason. 2-minute chart now on the left side, 1-minute chart now on the right side. If we see a 1-minute market structure break, I really would prefer a fair value gap to be created first before market structure shift rather. 2-minute market structure shift, I also would prefer a fair value gap to be created, but sometimes we don't get that. Just depends if price is in a hurry to move or not. So you see this one, we got the gap, but there's no way. It never even came back near it. It just took off. And technically, we still have not created a swing high. So there's been no market structure shift on the 1-minute. Definitely not on the 2-minute. And if that's the case, then there's not one on the 5-minute, obviously. So still just waiting. It's a good reaction from this area, though, that's for sure. Another thing we can do is create a swing high, come back down, and it does not have to go below this low, and we can break that swing high that was created, this being created now, and that would be the market structure shift, and then we could trade discount PD arrays. Patience. I went ahead and entered with a long position in this gap here, just in case price wants to quickly reprice up. It can come down and take this. I'm not going to enter more until I have absolute evidence that we are wanting to go up. So this entry was just based off of us trading up into, or trading down into this gap here, this BISI, and what would also be this 2-minute bullish order block. And now we have a 2-minute swing high as well. So if we're able to get above this high, that's going to be the second key, and then we can look for additional entries at discount PD arrays. Let's see if this one can get us up into here. Ultimately, price will always do what it's going to do. We just speculate. That was an early entry, definitely, no doubt. We haven't gotten the confirmations that we really need to enter with some serious size. So we just wait. But if we're able to take out this high, the high in question, this guy here, then we got something to look for. It would be nice to see a fair value gap on both 1-minute and 2-minute when we take this high. Something that we can trade back down into. We've got 2 minutes for the next 2-minute close. So if it goes down and closes in what is a potential BISI, then we got no BISI on the 2-minute. But if it goes straight up and then closes the next minute and a half, then we have a 2-minute BISI. There's the high taken there. We have a small 1-minute BISI here that we could look to enter some on, which is inside of this. There's the high of this one here.
Order filled.
Went ahead and popped us in there For the 2-minute gap to be a thing, it would have to, for another full minute, stay above. But that 1-minute gap is still sitting there, right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the 15-minute chart and look at our pools of liquidity. Let's aim for this swing high, and let's take, if we can get it, let's take 2 off here. We still have the opportunity for price to come back down into this 2-minute gap if we close in the next 12 seconds and not go down into it. That would be the basis for adding. I want to keep my stop below this 2-minute bullish order block, at least the halfway point of it, for now.
Order filled.
Drop back down to that gap, tip our toes in it, fully closed in the gap, 2-minute gap. Over here, this high, this low. Notice we're trading into it after we took this swing high here.
Order filled.
Add a few more there. I do not want to see price go below this low now, because that is a swing low on the 2-minute chart. And if it does go below that low, then this trade's probably cashed anyway. So we'll go ahead and start scraping off as we take out highs, if we're able to. Nothing's guaranteed in this game. But at this point right now, price action to me looks bullish. I'll just be ready to sell some.
Order filled. Order filled.
I'm going to go ahead and get us down to,
Order filled.
there you go. I want to be under 300 if it does turn. Okay. That puts us up 245 on the day at this point, which is, if it were to come back and take this, would be up 10 bucks. So now it looks like it's in a hurry to get going. We've got this 2-minute Sibian here.
Order filled. Order filled.
Go ahead and close those out. And now if price turns, it's minus 162 and we're up 403, so that's still a decent day. If it were to turn and completely come back on us. This here is the next swing low that I would not want to see taken. Excuse me. So just a quick review here. Key 1 was liquidity, which was up here. It was at 15 minute. But we dropped down into this, also this daily BISI. This whole BISI is a key 1. It just depends on what price does inside of it as to whether or not we get key 2. And if we get key 2, which was this high being traded to, then we have key 3, which is entry here. So that's what you saw just unfold. Key 1, key 2, key 3 entry.
Order filled.
If we're able to get a good push up here, I will move my stop to just in profit here. I don't see any reason for us to need to come back down into this at the moment. We have this gap though here that if, depending on the close in the next 42, 41 seconds, we have this gap. Like I said, depending on the close though, we have 30 more seconds. So if that gap stays open, that could actually be another area to enter.
Order
filled.
Every time it goes above another high, I like to close some of that out. I'm going to go ahead and move this to just in profit. It's not like it's going to cover cost or anything, but we already covered cost with taking partials. You can't go broke taking partials. That's just the truth. I know you can do all the math in your head and you're like, oh well, if I wouldn't have taken this one out and I just would have taken them all out here, then there would have been this much more. And it's like, yeah, well, what if you didn't take out here and then it turned and burned and it broke you out and then it was a full loss instead of having some partials have already been taken out. What trader do you want to be? Do you want to be that guy, or do you want to be the guy that's securing the bag, taking money home, getting paid? If you want to get paid, take partials. That's just all there is to it. I will take one off here now since we've only got 2. I'm going to move this to here. And then full position, we'll hang on for up there, which is a 15-minute swing high. And it might not get it. It might just not want to do it. And that's okay. That's fine. It might not even take this one here. But boy, is it looking bullish to me. And it just might not. Sometimes it just does not do it. I don't know how to explain that. It's just, sometimes you'll think it's going to go here, and it'll literally go to like this freaking last up close candle right here. You know what I mean? And then tank. That's why we take partials, guys. That's why. This is fucking trading. It's not called printing money. It's called fucking trading. Just like hunting is not called killing. It's called hunting. You're not going out there to get a guaranteed kill. You are going out there seeking the opportunity to get a shot at something to possibly take something home. That's hunting. This is trading. You're seeking the opportunity to possibly get an entry at a position, or an opportunity at a position to either hold for a full pull or take partials out while you're in the trade. But nothing is a guarantee. It's not, I'm going to go profit some money today, you know. It's, I'm going to go follow my rules. That's what it is. I'm going to go follow my rules. Just like in hunting, like ICT talks about, like the deer track. How are you going to track a deer if you don't know what the deer tracks look like? And there's so many, like, because I'm a hunter personally, there's so many different ways I could take this. Like, I love that he used the deer thing as a reference, because to me it's like, there's so many, if you got to know the area to go hunting in as well. You can't be looking for deer and elk in a place where there's fucking no deer and elk. There's just caribou or, you know, any other kind of animal that just doesn't live there. That's not how that works. So you got to know what you're looking for. You got to know the tracks. You got to know the area that where the animals are supposed to be in.
Order
And to me,
filled.
that's okay. Well, we got that one. That's what this is. This is the area that the animals would be hiding inside, and you don't know it until you break it down, and you got these keys. You got key 1, key 2, key 3 entry, which would also be the shot. It would be like key 2 would be like, oh, there's the deer, I see it. Key 3 is like, here's my opportunity to take a shot. Whether you hit your target or you miss your target, that's what makes this trading and not profiting money. It's not, I'm just going to go print money. It's, you're going to look for this opportunity at an entry. And you do it over and over and over. So right now we're at, we've got our stop and profit. And you, again, you could do the math in your head and be like, oh, man, if you would have held on to the whole, the reason why I enter with so many is because I do partials. That's why I enter with so many, personally. But I do partials at logical positions, and I do entries at logical positions. This one being the earliest of all the entries, that one was by far an early entry because we had just not gotten this yet. So I was willing to take that $63 loss if this was wrong. But I was tracking the deer, watching it. It comes back down into here. First shot, bang. Hit the deer, didn't kill it. Right here, bang. Hit the deer, killed it. So from this point, price is going to do what it's going to do. I would love to see it just spike up, of course. You know, that would be wonderful. But I'm already absolutely pleased with that kind of day. Following rules, very specific rules. The amount of time, the recording has been going for 30 minutes, roughly 29 minutes, almost 30 minutes. And that's a trade. That is a seasoned trade. That is a trader that's seen a lot of failures. And when you have exact rules, okay, and you follow them, these are the kind of trades that are possible. They're simple, they're easy to break down, they're pretty black and white as long as you're following your rules. You just sit back, observe, and note when you see the specific tracks that they leave behind. And they can't not leave these tracks. That's what's interesting, is as long as, and so this key 2 right here, I would like to just throw this out real quick. This key 2, that would be this high, trading above and then trading down, okay? This key is not a key if we don't have key 1. In this case, key 1 is this entire daily BISI, but more specifically, the halfway point of the daily BISI is key 1. That is how I'm like, okay, how is price going to react here? If we take it, come up, create a key 2, and take it, then there's key 2 being unlocked, unlocking the door for key 3 entry. It does this over and over and over and over and over and over. I'm going to leave this where it's at. I'm going to give it an opportunity to run up into this. This is based off of a 15-minute chart. Honestly, I think if we take this swing high, we're going to come up here and take these equal highs. So I'm just going to go ahead, because I'm already absolutely, like, I'm done. I do not, this trade could come back and hit this, and I'm happy with the day. So I'm going to go ahead and just give it some room to breathe if it wants to reach up into these highs. If. It might not. And again, that's what makes this trading and not printing money. So I'm going to let the recording go. I'm going to step away and get my morning going. So we'll see what happens. Just came back to check on the trade and see how it's going. It's still in profit. Figured I'd slide that 2-minute BISI up right there. Here. There's the low, there's the high. It goes just down to the high of it. Almost equal with that one. Or maybe not quite as low. Let's see. 1401.75. 1401.50. So a quarter of a point higher than this right here. If we look at it over here, quarter of a point higher than this here. At this point, again, I hold the same view. It could completely turn around and take this, and I'm okay with that. It looks like they're just trying to build some liquidity, but maybe this was the sweep they're wanting to do, and now they want to take a lower. I don't know. At this point, I'm not even going to try to break a brain cell trying to figure it out because my trade's already complete. Now I'm not entering another one. I'm not trying to move anything around here with my stop. I just want to let price do what price is going to do. And it is perfectly acceptable if price turns around and tags me out. Here's the 15-minute chart. There's the gap on the 15-minute chart. Well, it's the 2-minute gap, but here's the view on the 15-minute chart right here. So I'm probably going to leave this one on the 2-minute. I'll leave this one on the 1-minute. And let them just do their thing. Stop filled just like that, $700 a day. Absolutely wonderful. Outlining the entire thing all the way down to getting my stop taken out. I think an hour is long enough for this, so we'll shut her down. Well, it's not going to be an hour because I'm going to shorten it up before I post it. Everywhere where I'm not speaking, I'll speed it up. But I'll make sure to have everything in here where I was outlining it before it happened. Until next time, peace.